What is up, YouTube? Today we are back with another Guild War video, as it is Friday, so hopefully you guys have some good weekend plans where the weather is good and the smoke clears up in wherever you are. And we're just gonna jump straight into the action. Today we are fighting against a Chinese guild. I really don't know the name. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm just gonna pop it on Google Translate now. And they are not a super competitive guild, so there's nothing too much going on, but there are some pretty unique fights in this video that I would love for you guys to see. Very methodical, and I appreciate all the feedback that you guys have been leaving me about showing the unit stats a bit longer, minimizing the camera, feedback about the audio. Everything really helps me out, and I want to make the viewing experience as good as possible for you guys. So if you guys do have any more feedback, please leave a comment below, or if you just think I'm doing a good job, let me know as well. And by the way, it really helps me with the algorithm, so please do that. And without further ado, let's just hop straight into the first battle. So for our first battle of today, we are going to be hitting Zio, APOC, and Power Captain Flan. So we're going to be running a Doris here with immunity, not really necessary, but some ER, basically like a standard Doris. And I appreciate all the feedback everyone got about showing my stats a bit longer, so I'm sorry that it skipped so fast last video. But here you can see here's my Mediator Caloric, just speed and bulk and 150 ER. The ER you might be wondering is for some RAN teams we do run Mediator Caloric, so you need the ER in case it's full DPS RAN. But in case you're wondering. Alencia is going to be on Trample EE with her own artifact, and she will have injury and penetration set and almost 300 crit damage, so she just does a crap ton of damage. And the priority here is basically we're going to kill the Power Captain Flan first, because she can maybe stun lock me if she removes my immunity. And then after this is dead, we kill the Zio, and then we kill the APOC. Everything goes into the door, so it's fine. For round 2, it's Amid, Mercedes, and Celine. So you already know that we need to run Terranor Royal Guard, because he's going to basically just kill the Celine once she attacks him. You just want to run full HP. Anything less than 1200 defense is ideal. Guide to Decision is going to give 30% of the caster's max health, so this effectively goes to plus basically 64, 90, 600, so like another 10k HP, so let's just say that's like about 42k HP. And then Roanna's going to be on Celestine. With her standard build, immunity not really needed in this fight, but I'm not going to move any gear because that's my standard Guild War Roanna. And Yulha is going to be on a protection set with Aureus. Basically, we just want to give Terranor Royal Guard as much protection as possible, just in case it's some crazy 5k 350 Mary 1 Torrent set with attack crit damage buff and actually lands. And then Celine S3, we can at least survive with a protection set, right? It doesn't stack with Guide, by the way, but that is also just my standard Yulha, which I'm not going to change, so we're going to go with that. And let's go ahead. Alright, so Zio is 10k HP. Goes on my hand guy.
Pass through here, you are gonna need to pay up.
Okay, so there's the bombs.
I will open.
A-Rabbit's gonna go straight into Doris. And we're gonna take the screenshot. We're gonna use Alencia's speed for the team since we got a Water's Origin proc and the Mediator has Warhorn. So basically we just get our buffs up.
Let me heal you.
Hand guy's gonna be able to cleanse everything off.
They're still deviated from the natural order.
And now remember, Power Captain Flan, she kind of works like SSB, right? Where she has a damage transfer mechanic where it goes to the front unit. And then she steals buffs on S1. We're not even gonna be worried about that, because we're just gonna try to strip the defense buff and then go for a S1 to death break into kill.
All I have is the path in front of me.
Yeah, I'll probably just put a barrier up for the Doris here. Why not? I mean, 3 dark units on defense are just not very good, but I mean, to each their own, This should be dead. Yeah, it's dead.
You're not too strong, so this should be enough.
This is why, Alencia is very high value pick. I mean, in my opinion, I think she's still really good. I think, a lot of people think, oh, Alencia's too slow, doesn't have enough value, but, if you have like a speed build RTA Alencia, of course it's not gonna work, right? Why would it? Kill up the Zio.
I'll smash that arrogant face of yours into the ground.
Doris just tanks up.
Let me show you the results of my research.
So, There's
Get our attack book back up.
to purge. You'll get no mercy from me.
So rude.
Silver and S1. Not a death break, and this should be dead, right?
Must be crushed.
Yeah, that just does insane damage. Alright. Let's see this second team here.
Take my power.
So, Aimit is 13.7k HP on Fan of Light and Dark.
Wrongly pruned.
And I'm hoping
Shall
it pushes
flourish
into the
once
Celine.
again.
Okay, so it goes for the Meru.
Blaze.
Attack damage, or crit damage and attack buff. Almost kills her.
Step back.
Celine's gonna S3 into my Terran Royal Guard.
I didn't warn you.
I don't know, she's too tanky. 13k is a lot of
You
HP.
must be brave.
So in that case, if I press S3, the Celine's gonna move. Right? If I press S3, the Celine's gonna move and cut into the front. If I S1, we proc magic for friends. It could die if she hits my Terran Royal Guard. But if I proc magic for friends and she doesn't, if she hits and my Yuha procs S2, Celine goes and kills one of my units and it doesn't revive, and I'm screwed. So let's S3.
May the light.
You know, sometimes before you make a
Free you
decision in a
from
fight,
despair.
you really have to like kind of just, you know, talk to yourself a little bit, you know? Just talk to yourself a little bit.
Obey me. Obey me.
Because now at least like we are okay.
You want me to give you a
Obviously, it would have been nice if we could have straight up killed there, but we'll kill her first life here. Celine's gonna go S1 into the Terran Royal Guard. Basically, just ignore Terran Royal Guard at this point. I'm gonna go into this Mercedes here. Oh, it crit the Terran Royal Guard. That's good.
I'm going to
So Amen has the S2 again here, so I'm just going to S3 on the Mercedes. Since both of them have skill nullifier, so there's really no point of me even considering touching those.
Still hope
And at this rate, even if
the power of the eternal cycle.
Selena's permanent like skill null, evasion, whatever, she's just gonna die to Terran Royal Guard, so we don't really need to touch her. So we're just gonna go remove the skill null off the
Should I
Amen.
show you my
My Terran
secret
Royal Guard
weapon?
might be dead, but I think
It's
it
not
brings
my
her down
fault
with
if
it,
you get hurt.
if I'm not mistaken. Oh, never mind. It does not. Okay. Okay, well, Terran Royal Guard is dead.
It's never a good idea to get in my
We're gonna
way.
S1. I mean, we can slowly whittle her down and we should be okay, right? Surely.
I'll protect you
I hope.
from the cracks of despair. The buds of hope sprout
I'm not
forth.
gonna lie, I'm sweating a little bit.
I gave you a chance. It's too late to say sorry now.
What's this?
Okay. Yeah,
Another
figured.
insect to
The
squash.
double
Step
reflect
back.
comp is just too
Now.
much.
If I must.
But I won't lie to you guys. I was kind of sweating a little bit there. I was like,
I
am
must
I
be brave.
okay?
Oh.
But anyway, this is just gonna be me smacking Aiming for a few more turns, so.
This
She's
is
slowly
just
dying.
the beginning.
It's unfortunate that the
It's
Celestine is
never a
healing my
good
Yuha to
idea to
full,
get
which
in
means
my
my
way.
S3 basically does nothing. But at least the S1 scales off of max
There's
HP,
still
so it's kind of okay.
I won't run anymore.
And the S1.
I'm going to end you. I must be brave.
Sounds like a broken record.
Take my power.
But you know, I really wonder when the aim and defenses are gonna start falling out of the meta, right? Because it's been a very long time where we still continue to see the aim and defenses, even though they've been proven to not be very good, in my opinion. I'm just gonna soul burn since we, you know, we're wasting souls at this point.
I love listening to the melodies of pain.
All right, perfect. All right,
Let
on
every
to
trivial
round 2
thing
for today
surprise
then.
you. It makes you looking.
For our round 2, we're going to be attacking Amid, Shu, and Senya. And so we're going to be running with Pillis on a protection set. So we're going to be at 26.7k with protection set, which should give approximately like 3k HP approximately. And then we have Alencia on the same build that you see on the previous fight, but we're trample EE as always. And Destina is going to be 250 ER, and you get another 15 here, and then you get another 60 from here. So effectively I'm at 325 ER, and I want to go for a health imprint for the rest of the team. You do want to go for the CR push EE always, pretty much. And for the bottom team, it's Ran, Mercedes, and Alencia. So the most important thing is we want to have Inferno Kawazu, because he's a unit which cannot die to, like, say, like a RNL, right? For example, like Fire Charlotte, you probably can get RNL to death, and it's water targeting fire. And immunity E is not really necessary for this fight, but it's good to have. Crown's going to be on Adamant Shield with 152 ER, and the reason why we need this ER is because we want to avoid getting death broken by the Alencia, and probably resist the Ran death break as well, but there is a chance that he can still land if it's an effectiveness Ran. But most importantly is just making sure Alencia doesn't death break us. Now, the idea here is basically we want to have Inferno S3 the Ran to stabilize and play 2v3. If it's an injury Mercedes, then of course we need to focus her afterwards, but if not, then we'll just kill the Alencia and then Mercedes for last. For the top, basically, I forgot to mention it, but you basically just want to kill the Shu first, and that's it, right? So let's just try to win.
I'll protect you.
So Aemon has 14.9k HP and Fan of Light and Dark. Seems a bit troll, because if you give crit damage buff to Senya, it doesn't really do much. Senya has 18k HP, and we can find out if she's on Gab EE or not. So it looks like it's not on Gab EE. Shu's 22.4k on Snow Crystal. Alright, so first things first, we need to check what EE she's on. So she is on... If you guys don't know, if you need to find out what Senya's exclusive equipment is, and it's not greater attack buff, you can check here and here, right? So you can see that amount recovered increases proportional to caster's attack, so she's on the lifesteal EE. I'm sure you guys probably knew, but for those that don't know, you can always check through here, okay? Now the most important thing here is we're just going to be cleansing the Alencia first. And you might be thinking, okay, so why don't I like S3 and remove all their buffs, right? So in a normal world I probably would, but since Senya still hasn't, she's gonna target this, which means if it's effectiveness, I might not be able to, cleanse with Pillars here. I think nonetheless we still go for an S3 because the immunity on Shu is just way too valuable. We want, even if we get provoked back, I mean, we can always just Destina heal to stabilize. Oh, never mind, we can just strip everything. Okay, I guess I was just expecting too much, I guess.
I will protect them, no matter what.
Well, now Senya basically is in a unit. Shu is gonna do Shu things as usual, and we're gonna go for an S1 onto the Shu. And remember, any amount of injury that we apply to the Shu, like, she basically just does no damage. And one S1 almost killed her. And we're just gonna go for... I am actually gonna go for an S3 here, because I don't want the Shu to S1 into Senya duel into S2 whoosh and kill my Pillars. Okay, never mind. He just goes S1. Okay, then we'll just kill off the Shu, and hopefully this goes on to Amit after. So it has been enough turns for Amit to go cycling again, so we let her do that, and that's fine. And Senya still doesn't have S3 for, I believe, one more turn, if I'm not mistaken. And let's find out. Yeah, one more turn. So in that case, I know that he doesn't have any ER. I'm gonna go for an S3 on him.
Promise I made.
And yep, it sticks as I expected. Now I'm not gonna push the Alencia in front because I do want to remove the skill null off the Amit, but also I want to have an S2 cleanse just in case the Senya does land a provoke on my other two units, and then we can just kill off the Amit here for S3. And who knows? I mean, we might even be able to provoke with Pillars on this one. Okay. So we didn't land, that's fine.
May the grace of the battlefield be with you.
Yeah, so I was expecting it to be like have like effect resistance if it's gonna be on a lifesteal EE, but
In the light's name,
I guess not.
Beast of the West.
This S1 goes. Maybe I strip. I did not strip. She's already death broken, so I'm not gonna need to do anything. I'm just gonna go for an S1, and she should be dead. Beautiful. Alright, over into round number 2. So Full Metal Auto Mail and Magic for Friends that we saw in the beginning. Rand's got 10.7k. Not on Silver Rain, so it could be an RNL potentially. I'd assume it's RNL. And RNL didn't proc, so we want to get the CR here. And the reason why I have a 20k HP Inferno Kawazu, by the way, is just because, like, you need to be able to survive Magic for Friends. A lot of times people run, like, you know, 4.5, 4.7k Inferno Kawazus, and they just explode, right? So that's why we have them on a really tanky build, because this alone with the burns is going to do enough to kill what you need. And Exhibit A, to basically kill off the Ran. And, yep, Ran dies. And yeah, the fight's basically stabilized here now. Valencia is going to do her S3. And remember, if you're going to report any info back to your team, say if this was like a fortress, it's probably best if you know that it's an injury Alencia or not, and it is an injury Alencia, it looks like.
Please.
So S1 should heal Roanna. Beautiful. Magic for Friends does heal us back up. It's kind of annoying since we want to dump Crow S3, but
now isn't the time to hesitate.
Just gonna dump the Crow S3 onto the Mercedes for damage. It's not gonna be able to kill her, but I might as well. Okay. So it's very close to killing. Roanna's gonna be able to kill it for sure.
So this should be enough.
Right. And you see here, if we get death broken by the Alencia, it's kind of bad, right? Like, it's not... We don't lose right away, but it's not ideal. And we want to leave the Mercedes up and not punch her and kill her with the burns because we want her to proc my Inferno S2.
Let's go.
And then Crow, we can just push the Mercedes back. Not really a big deal. I just want to go for guaranteed damage. Counter set Mercedes as well. Again, we're not getting death broken. And if you don't get death broken, the injury actually takes quite a bit to ramp up, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna go for another S1 since I can S3 after. Beautiful.
Shall I have a go?
Just go for the Alencia because the crowd's gonna we're eventually gonna kill this Mercedes just with like Roanna S1 as well. Alright, so let's go for that.
Move or die.
And yeah, basically just kill off the Alencia here.
Everything.
Now, I think a lot of people that might, you know, follow Fribbles, for example, not to say like the website's bad, right? Some people that might copy the same comp, they might only have like, you know, 80 effect resistance or 100 effect resistance on Crow. It's not enough, right? You need to have a lot more, because Alencia could also get effectiveness buff from her EE, right? So just keep that in mind if you run this team. But over into our third fight for today. For our last battle today, we're going to be attacking Karina, Aiden, and Apoc. So we're going to be running Trozet as our light tank, light bait. We want to have Holy Sack, and you want to have the CR push EE on him. And I just have him on Giga Bulk with 110 or 109, let's just say 110 ER on HP ring. And for Doris, we're running Water's Origin. Is immunity necessary? Absolutely not. But this is the build that I have, and I keep her on immunity in case we fight any Senya teams. And we have Edward on Symbol of Unity, just so that we have higher chances of landing on the Aiden and on the Karina since she's water element. And we do have penetration set because obviously S1 is a single target, and then S3 is also a single target. So I think this is going to be, you know, obviously the best bang for your buck. And 1400 defense and 20k HP is going to be the stat line that you want to aim for if you're trying to build a tanky injury Ed. For the bottom team, I am going to be fighting against Ran, Kayron, and Senya. So what I'm going to be doing is I have Christy on Adamant Shield, providing ER to the back. And remember, she does give 20% CR push ever since she got buffed. So Arya is going to get a push. Destina is going to be running Guardian Ice Crystals with the CR push EE as well, standard build that you saw in the previous fight. And Arya is going to be on Fairy Tale of a Nightmare because we have a chance to dispel buffs and we have a 100% chance to deal 1500% fixed damage. And obviously I know I'm missing, you know, 13 crit, But to be honest with you, this is my new Arya build that I have not tested yet, and you know what better way to test than to kind of debut it with you guys. So we're gonna try to play the Arya here, and basically, they're just all gonna run into the Arya, and it's just gonna kill. She's just gonna kill them, right? And I do know that the Adamant Shield doesn't have any value against Senya, but to be honest, like I'm not gonna run Aureas because I don't want her to take too much damage and die. So we're just gonna go with that. So yeah, let's go. Let's go for it, shall we? Alright, so it's gonna be Moonlight Dreamblade Aiden on 11.2k HP. So it seems like a RTA Aiden that's like kind of tanky. 10k HP done, so we have the CR bar here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna get the defense buff and healing buff up here.
Enjoy the pain.
Now, because we do have a light bait and it didn't die,
My sword has some work to do.
Going to S1 into Aravi actually. And I'm gonna rip an S1. Oh, should I rip S3? Yeah, I'm gonna rip S3 into the APOC. I don't want to hit Aiden because if it's MLDB, I don't want to give it a free attack buff. Like I'd rather him get the attack buff, get a potentially hit with S2, and then I can just kind of ignore the Aiden. So we missed. That's fine. Now the 2-turn provoke on the Aravi is actually kind of annoying, but because I don't want him to injure down my Ed, to be honest with you.
Let's fight.
I'm gonna try to go for a stun. No stun. Death break sticks. Throw it back. We hit the Aiden, which is good. And I'm gonna try to land a blind debuff on the Aravi, which we do. Nice. Well, he still hits, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. So Aiden has S2 available, so I don't want him to counter, so I'm just gonna go into the Aravi. And she has no ER on the Karina.
These guys off their
I want to get the defense buffs up here for the Ed and push him down, but also I want him to have defense buff so that when Aiden hits, he won't take as much damage. We're gonna S1 into the Aravi here since she's restricted. I'm gonna S3 to heal my T-Rosette here.
I'll grant you the power
And
to
he should
fight.
get pushed in front, so I'm just gonna S1 and see if I can land a stun. I don't. That's okay. Aiden miss. Nope, he hits 2 for 2. Now we do have souls to Soulburn S3, so that is what we're gonna go for here on the Aravi. I don't think this dies, but it might be very close. Okay, no, it dies. Perfect. So now I'm just gonna hit the Karina.
This sword is the
I don't need to touch the Aiden
It'll all be over.
because we already saw in the first turn it wasn't able to one-shot us when we're full HP. So if we have defense buff, like there's really no way for sure. In this case, I'm just gonna actually hit the Aiden since she's really far back on the CR bar, and he already used S3, so I'm not in too much danger in my opinion.
Skills like yours.
And if I throw the debuffs back here and actually land on the Aiden, he's probably dead. Do we land? I don't land. That's fine.
I got something for you.
It's another barrier.
Come on, let's fight.
It's looking kind of sus right now. But
We'll no
remember, we
longer
still have
hide.
Holy Sac, right? So it's not a huge deal. Extends duration of buffs by 1 turn. I don't need to do that since I do have S3 available, so let's just go for that. I want to save the Soulburn S3s for the Ed. And eventually, one of these days, we're going to hit this Aiden. One of these days. Is today the day? Nope. Well, perfect. It's dead anyway. Alright, and now it's completely stabilized. We win one more turn for souls. And just one symbol. Eventually, we will hit this Karina.
Who let these guys off their leashes?
Gonna just S1, maybe we stun. No stun. We Soulburn S3 onto the Karina with Ed. Hopefully we hit. We miss. Symbol is actually a fake artifact.
I sense new magic nearby.
And you know what's funny?
I got
I really wish that, you know, Smocket would add a second symbol of unity. Like, wouldn't you guys like that? Because, you know, if we have 2 Proof of Valors, it only makes sense for us to have 2 symbols of unity as well, right? I mean, I, for one, don't have a ton of currency, like armbands, but I think it would be a nice addition to the game, right? I know a ton of people that are sitting on, like, 10k armbands, a bajillion proof of courages, right? Just waiting for something to purchase. So Smogate, or whoever, if you guys do come across this video, please consider adding a second symbol of EMD. It'd be nice where I don't have to spend 25k every time I need to move it from Zahak to somebody else. But that's round 1. And for round 2...
Shall I get serious now?
So Rand's 9.4k HP on Arnel. Now I'm assuming we don't get Death Broken if it is on Arnel. We got the CR push.
Don't disappoint me.
And we need to get the CR bar here. And we're going to be using Destina and Arya speed for the guild. And I am just going to get the buffs up here.
I can hear them.
Is it a high effectiveness Senya? I would assume not. Nope, doesn't look like it. And it's on Gabby.
Do not stand back.
Now for Destina's turn, I don't really want to push the Arya because I don't want to like reduce her counter buff. So I'm gonna go for a heal because we are about like a little bit over half HP. So let's just stabilize a little bit. The Kieran S3 is gonna go into the Arya for sure, and it's very unlikely that it'll hit. But in the event that it does, it should be fine.
Until the end.
Is it Gab?
A bloodbath.
No. Oh no, it's Shepherd of the Hollow, right? We saw Shepherd of the Hollow in the beginning. So it misses. That's great. We're gonna S1 here. And the Rand should be dead. Now, if you guys are considering using this team, I would say proceed with caution because, if you're in like a top 30 guild or, top 10 guild, it's probably not safe running this because there is a chance that you could lose, right? So if it's like a high effectiveness Rand on Alabastron or something, and it's like a high effectiveness Senya, or it's a really fast, or maybe like 270, 260 Kron that procs Gab and it actually hits your Arya, you could be in for a world of pain, right? Like, in theory. And we have to make sure you write down that clear on the counter. So I wouldn't recommend it, but personally for this battle, I didn't really want to spend 600k to regear some stuff, and I figured maybe Arya works, and we haven't used Arya this whole season yet, so we might as well try her out, right? But I figure I should just kind of, preface and say that, just so no one loses any fights with Arya here.
In the light's name.
And I'm just gonna push myself. Senya is auto-focused on the Arya, and Arya should be able to just kill both off here. Oh, Christy finishes it off. Oh, beautiful. Alright, so that worked out quite well, if I may say so myself. Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's Guild War video. If you guys did enjoy this content, please consider dropping a like and comment below for the algorithm. Also, I do want to mention, there are some ideas for new videos coming out for like defenses in Guild War and also scouting. And, many of you guys have let me know that you guys want to see videos like that, so I'm working on those, so be ready. And if there are any other video ideas, please do let me know so that I can start working on them. And as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I really appreciate it, like, seriously. And I'm working on the Kiddies Only account for episode number 3 very hard. I'm basically doing like 10-12 hours every day, so be sure to subscribe and not miss an episode. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.